before me. It's non-fiction, no holes in this story. Y'all who deem chosen the glory, the promise was here before me.
That's how they do. They create your fears and your phobias. That's how they beat you out, your enemy. That's what they do. That's what they tactic is. Even when we were going to war, when Yahuwah was teaching us in the 20th chapter of the book of Allah Hadamarim. Ain't no way I thought the spirit got him. The spirit will come get you. But I tell them we go out before our enemy not to be afraid. That's what they use against you. You want to hear a little more tomorrow, Robin? Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, the rest of y'all got y'all phone. Put them on vibrate, so they'll tend to go off and ring during server time. I just try to ignore it, but I know it happens. I know everybody more or less use their phones now more than they did the book. I can't even read no more, so I can't look at the book. I gotta get Grandma Bible. The one off that coffee table, I can't even look at it. I just can't. I look, everything just jumbled together. Somebody give me some reading glasses, because it just got me right now. So I have a lot I had to do from the memory. So it's rough, boy, I tell you, rough. I used to get that book and read and look at it and flip through it. I do that now, I flip that thing, boy, man, it's gonna be a mess. It just happened with time. Am I on? Okay, make sure, yeah, it just happened with time. That happened. At the end of the day, we just gotta make sure we're ready. Hey, y'all, do y'all do any considering after y'all here? Yes, sir. We definitely should, especially as it get later and we see it approaching. It's definitely time for us to consider all the different things that's going on around us. You know, they got a lot going on, whether they tell you about it from floods, I think, killed, they had some flash floods came through Iraq and killed about 14. They got other weather. I mean, all around the country, all around the world, there's something going on. From explosions, they're killing people in different countries, 1920. I mean, people dying all over the world. This is stuff they don't want you to know. You can't ever stick to one news. You got to always compare them against other sources, because these people will tell you only what they want you to know. Like, they coming up into Christmas. They've convinced these other countries to accept something that white rhetoric is coming. This is a Spanish, a Latin holiday. It had nothing to do with us. These people we were captives. We have been conquered by these bastards. So I don't know why we're going to celebrate anything of our conquerors. That's, you know what I'm saying? You know, you look, how many of y'all heard like them talk about going on conquest? Y'all heard that before? You know, that's when you just traveling, conquering people. They make conquest sound like it's something that just, you know, like you just out traveling. It sounds nice. When they tell you about such and such on his like Columbus going on his conquest, that's on him conquering. Everywhere he going, he was conquering people. Killing and butchering and raping people. And these folks want to sit around and want you to celebrate it. Close banks and everybody down so you can acknowledge the white people raping and robbing and killing us. I refuse to celebrate it. That is, I'm saying, especially when you look at the people that they conquered and killed with you, how you celebrate your death, how you celebrate your rape, how you celebrate your massacre, how you celebrate losing your country, losing your land, losing your religion. Just stupid. So we have to educate our people to teach them better. Try to show our people a better opportunity than what we ever had. Like I said, our parents before us, a lot of stuff they didn't know. I mean, they were angry with the system. They were angry with the people that run the system. They just didn't know how to combat the system. So now what we try to do is to educate our people better, then try to teach them how to combat the system. Try to make sure they don't get another generation. Even some of y'all, as y'all get older, y'all become more complacent. You become more comfortable with the system. You don't want to break away from it. But I'll be honest with it. I'll do the power we got. We take Mr. Yahuwah with us, let's get out of here. Yeah. That's all I'm trying to do. Grind you long and hard enough so to get out of here. Get me and my people out of here. All of them want to go. I know some of y'all going to want to stay. You don't want to drag one of your fat cousins. They ain't going. You know, right, your drunken uncle, he ain't going. That's just being honest. They're going to be for those that redeemed, those that got a mind to be redeemed. We got time to be dragging no dead away. I don't go with y'all. What you going to be doing? I'm going to smoke crack. You're not going with us. Isn't that right? The book told we supposed to have one manner of Torah for us and whether for the strangers. Tell me, y'all can come. You ain't got to obey what we teaching. We don't want you with us. Isn't that right? That don't make sense. Otherwise, we're going to come right back to the same generation we got now. If you allow all this stuff in, the homosexuality, the drunkenness, the rape and fornication, adultery, you ain't going to fix it. It's only going to become worse. It's just a matter of time. You're going to break your system, going to break down again. Look at them. They tried to come out with a system. The only thing about them, they weren't the right people. They thought they were going to go to a place for liberty and freedom and justice and equality and say, well, justice was blind. You know, they realized why they'll come out with a blind woman to say to judge people, because they felt like they were being judged and they felt like the people didn't even have a fair chance. Now, that's your situation now. They show you a blind statue, but does the judge come in there with blindfold on? So why would you be caught up on this dumb, retarded statue with a blindfold on? Put one on the judge so the judge don't see what color you are. Let the judge just look at the facts. But they don't do that. The judge is looking at you and already looked over your case, so they already have an opinion before they even judge you. I don't know why these people think a judge come out and they condemn you when they come, after they come. They condemned you before they came out. So y'all young people need to know that when you go to the legal system, these people get your file and look it over before you ever, even before you bring you out. They've already looked over your record, looked over your school records if you're a juvenile. So when they come out to make an opinion on you, all they got to do is push the right buttons, get you pissed to get the right thing so they can go ahead and validate or justify what they're going to do to you. They already done planned it before they saw you. Most of these people don't know they already been met with the sheriff department, the prosecutor, and the judge have already sat down. How many of y'all didn't know that? They already done sat down and made an opinion before they come out. They don't come out on no court. They don't come out as, you know how many cases these folks got? Case load. You think I got time to come out here and familiarize myself with your case now? I got how many more cases behind you today? I'm just coming out here now and I'm just seeing Ames Smith and I'm just getting her case. How long we gonna be at this trial? I got her files. I've already looked them over and I already made my opinion. I made notes the last time I seen her when I told her I didn't want her back in my courtroom. And the next time I saw her in my courtroom, what I was gonna do. So that's already in my file. When I pull hers up now on the computer, I already know what I told her. So when they come out and I start telling her stuff, she'll think I remember her. I don't remember you. I made notes. And my notes said, the next time I see you down the road. And they'll have niggas thinking, get what? Man, that old cracker remember everything. That old cracker remember everything. They'll be walking out there with them files. They'll come out empty-handed. They got it all right here. It's already pre-planned before you get out here. See, the reason why I had to educate us and we had to talk about stuff like this, because you can't afford to think that you're walking into a place and you're going to have a fair chance. You sitting here praying and hoping to a fictitious Jesus, believing in a system that's not designed for you, that's fictitious. It's fake. It does not, it's not real. It doesn't really exist. Only in the world of just condemning you. See, the only way the white people's system can really work, the only reason I'm saying the white because they're the mandators of it, they're the controllers of it. The only reason it can exist, because we validate it. They send you a letter telling you to come, you come. They give a ruling and you sit around and you accept it. Your Honor, I accept my fate. From somebody that wasn't fair, that wasn't impartial, somebody that already pre-planned and planted evidence. Now, if you want a deal, plead guilty. They'll tell you that. If you want a deal, plead guilty. You know how many people have pleaded guilty to something they didn't do just so they can get a lesser time? I can tell you, a lot of folks do it. I'm finna give you 48 years if we go to court. Now, if you plead guilty, I'll give you 2 years. Which one? What's the small? 48. How many of y'all go with 48? Why would he plead guilty? He didn't do it. So guess what happened now when he comes out later? 15 years later, 20 years later, he wants to talk about how he was unfairly convicted. He wants to talk about how the system railroaded him. Now, when we pull up his file, you pleaded guilty. And you said they railroaded you? Yeah, because I ain't want to do 40 years. I mean, if I wasn't guilty, I wouldn't have pleaded guilty. Yes, you would have, cracker. Common sense, 45 years, 2 years. Plenty evidence. The smart one is to, but see, this is how they can justify themselves. Because of the fact that you said you were guilty. He can't get another trial. Because guess what they always want you to sign on that? You got to sign that paperwork saying that you did this of your own will. That there was we made you no promises. We made you all this you agreed to. That's how they're going to get you every time. When they know they made a deal, why would he agree to say he was guilty for 2 years rather than fight for 40 years unless you made him an agreement? You just didn't put yours on paper. You let them know, just trust me. Just trusting them is how you got him. Y'all understand me? I want y'all to always think, have questions. You can't question everybody, but you go back and check sources and check facts. Y'all got me? Because when you sit down and you sit up on this system is set to demonize you. This system is set to feminize you and to get you off these streets. Yep. They already know what you can do. Your creativity listen, it's undisputable. You put you on a baseball field, they put you on a football field, they put you on a basketball court, they put you on a track, anything that hockey, they put you on a car, let you drive around in a circle. You always tend to show up and show out. They put you on a soccer field. There's nowhere they can put you. They put you in the legal system and let you be the judge. You're going to be the best judge they have. If they make you a lawyer, you're going to be the best defense attorney. Wherever they put you at, you've shown yourself every time to be resilient. And these white people look at the only way to stop you is to create a system that doesn't actually give you a fair opportunity. To create a system that continue to hold things over your head so you're constantly sitting with a debt. That's why most of these people here be struggling, can't focus, because they're always under debt. They set you up, your bills constantly keep coming out. Right when you get paid. What's the first thing I do when you get paid? These folks say, oh, you just got paid, big money. Shoot, man, I got to pay my bill. How many times we say that? This bill, how many we came, they say, oh, somebody got big money. This bill money. These are white folk don't have them conversations. They're free expenditure money. And that's because they tricked us. I know I got to pay you, right? You out of slavery. So what I do is I create enough bills to where you getting paid, you just owe. This is something y'all young people need to learn. When they came out with slavery, which still exists, when they came up with so-called emancipation, where they were supposed to give you freedom of slavery, they came up with something called sharecropping. Are y'all familiar with sharecropping? Okay, how sharecropping worked was the white slave master still owned the property. Now legally, on paper now, I don't own you anymore. Let me borrow you for a second there. So now, as a slave master, you are actually property of mine. I own you, which means I can kill you, cut someone, because it's mine. I can do what I want to do to it. I can make you live with a man, I make you live with a woman, whatever, because you're my property. Well, with the ending of what they'll call the abolishment of slavery, which never actually happened, that made, I can't own him anymore. Now, I still have work that needs to be done. I still got a field. I still got animals got to be tended to. How about me and you make a deal? You ain't got nowhere to go. You've been a slave. You never owned that. How about what we do? Since I own the property, I get to see you planting this stuff for me. I'm going to take it when it harvests. You bring it up and you're going to harvest it. And I'm going to take it to the market. I'm going to come give you your share. Okay? So what happens when it come down, I give him the seed. He goes and plant the seed, him and his family. He tell, oh, Master, I'm a good, oh, he good. He love niggas. He give nigga fair chance too. Help us out. That you go tell your family. He get through, harvest it, get it all up and bring it back to me. I'm going to go take it to the market. You stay here and wait, and I'm going to take it to the market. You know, he better tell him, oh, Master, come here, we going to get us some money, and we going to be able to get out of here, and nigga going to have his own stuff. So you wait, I come back, I see you. We didn't do that good this year. Yeah, and what I got to do, maybe next year we'll do better. I ain't even break even. But I brought this sack of peas, and you take this here for you and your family, because I just couldn't see y'all not have nothing. And me and my family, we just going to be without. But I just want to see it, and then next year we'll try it again. So he keep this live for it, because you didn't get to go to see that I actually got the money. You trusted me to go and come back and be fair with you. You trusted me when you met me in Africa, and that's what got you here. So now this is how they beat you. Now when he does decide, you know what, this ain't working out after 10, 15 years, he gonna leave. That's fine. You want to get your family, you want to go, right? But I'm gonna need you to, let me see something. This the bill you owe. If you can just pay this, you and your family can go. Now this here be like 900-something million. You ain't never been paid, because I ain't paid you. You pay this, then you can go. You tell your family, y'all go ahead and go. I understand you want to leave. You go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and take it. You know, much as I hope y'all make it out there. Hopefully. You see that? I'm putting impossibles on him. How can he pay this bill when he never accumulated any money? Now you decide what you're going to do. You ain't going to pay that bill. F me. You're going to take your family and run. Well, the white police is going to run you and your family down, and they're going to arrest you and beat you. Because you left him, you owe a bill. So what looked like that freed us, it only just put us in more debt. See, all they did was manipulate us and just change the word, told you were free, but he's still doing the same work and he still ain't getting paid. And he's still a debtor to me. That's why we gotta educate you guys while you're young, so you don't just buy into somebody's rhetoric or somebody's foolishness. Because these people will tell you something and make it look as though you're free when you're actually still bound. That's good. That makes sense to y'all? That's how they kept us so long. This process continued to work. They don't think it still work today. These companies do the same thing. They give you shares in the company. You don't actually get the real money that they get. But that's how they keep you locked in. Listen, they just change terminology and people get excited about stuff going. It worked for white people, it don't work for us. Yeah, and I ain't gonna say none of us don't make money, because that's gonna be a lie. But do you really make the amount of money you should? Whites walk before you do. They advance white quicker. They've done study to realize, do y'all realize black people, when it comes down to being in an executive position, is only about 6% of us? Out of all the corporate execs, it's only about 6% on black. So they still don't advance you, even with your education, your high IQ. Every one of these people. Don't say, even if you have your own control of what they call. I'm talking about people that operate this system. When have they ever meant you any good? Because you just black enough to draw the most stupid. Malcolm said it the best. Where can he ever go and say he outbrought people? In Iraq? In Afghanistan? Where he did it? Where? In Vietnam? Everywhere he went, he's only destroyed.
If you ain't getting what I'm spit, then it ain't made for you. Cause the truth will make you free if you obeying while you're praying for it. You get complacent, inconsistency play. Now you're entertaining.